Alright, so let's power on the device, and while it's powering on, I will give you my first impression. And I have to say, right out of the box, the phone feels heavy, it's got a good weight to it, and it feels very durable. Now, it has a big screen, but it's got that small phone feel. It's very thin, and it feels really smooth, solid. The display, it looks bright, it looks really nice, and it's so far, right out of the box, it feels clean, very sleek, it's got a nice texture. Galaxy S on the back is raised off, so you got a nice feel to it. The texture of the back, it's got two tones, which I really like. It's got the black and gray battery back door, and it's got the gray line border around it, and it's got this black around the frame that when the device is off, you can't really see where the screen ends and where it begins. It feels really nice in the hand. It's got a really nice display. So right now it's still loading. It looks as though it's not loading this. But even right when it's loading everything, it's still really fast and flawless. You can check messages, and messages pop up. Now the time loaded, 1:52. So really fast, good feel, really nice design, solid built. It's not going to break unless you drop it. But yeah, that's my first impression of the device. So far, it looks really nice. Can't wait to get to use it. Alright, I'm doing a tips and tricks video. Now, these tips and tricks, they could work on other Android devices, but I know they work on the Galaxy S phones. The first tip, trick, whatever you want to call it, is setting vibrate for messages. Now, if you watched my review, I had kind of a hard time because I thought it'd be under sound and display settings, and I went there and hit vibrate, but it would not vibrate whenever I received a text message. Now, it's kind of weird. You have to actually launch the text messaging app. You have to go to the home page, hit the pop-up menu, hit settings, and scroll down until you see notifications, and you want to hit the vibrate. And that works for every app. You can't set vibrate through the regular sound settings. You have to set it for each app. Same with Facebook. If you want it to vibrate when you get a new Facebook message or whatever, go to Facebook, hit the pop-up, settings, and vibrate right there. Weird. I don't know what to say about that. I wish I could just select each thing to vibrate, but each one's set individually. The second tip is I also wanted to customize this home row, and I didn't know how. I tried, but you can't move these icons out, even if you press and hold. What you have to do is hit the menu button, or actually hit the applications button. When you're on the applications home page, you go here, hit the pop-up, hit view type, and you want to select customizable grid. I already have it selected, so I'll just hit that. Hit the pop-up again, hit the pop-up again, hit edit, and now you can drag these out and swap them for whatever you want in there. So that's it. Once you're done, hit the pop-up and hit save, and it'll save it whatever way you have it customized. Now, once you do that, you can also switch it back to alphabetical view, but honestly, if you like it, it's all about preference. For me, I like having it customizable. I like having all that bloatware at the end of the list, and that way I have all the apps that I use in the front. So you can switch it back to alphabetical if you want. It's about preference. The next thing I'm going to show you is the camera application. By default, it's set to save whatever pictures and videos you have saved under the phone. But if you have a micro SD card in there, you can go to settings, hit the wrench, which is options, go down, and where it says storage, you can select memory card, and all of your things will be saved to the memory card. The next tip is, it's kind of a trick, something that I didn't know about until I looked up some, but if you go into messages, and you're in your home page, you can select a message, and if you're on the Samsung keyboard, you have to select the Samsung keyboard, press and hold the question sign 1, 2, 3, and you get kind of like different buttons. You get copy, cut, paste, return to text, text select. You get your 4 directional keys. You get the space, delete, and enter / return. So those are kind of unique. I don't use it. I just press and hold until copy and paste pop up. But it's just another feature that you can use if you're accustomed to it. Now, last but not least, is probably the coolest feature is when you go into contacts, you have all your contacts here. Now, what's really cool about this is you can swipe right to call and left to message really quick. So message pops up a message to that person really quick, really handy, and that is probably like one of the most useful features right there. And you can swipe right to call, and it calls really quick, really easy. It's a really good feature that they added. So those are just a few tips and tricks. Now, these aren't secret tips or secret tricks. Really, they're not. If you had an Android device already, you probably know these. If you just got one and you're wondering how to do some of this stuff, then that is what this video is for. It's not for, secret stuff that you don't know. These are most likely ones that you know already. But for me, when I first got it out of the box, I wanted to customize, I wanted to set the vibrate, and I would look for it online. Now this is what that video is for you to look online and see how to do it yourself.